train the squats, the legs. Being able to load the movement, the challenge of moving that load. I think that's there's something about that, that just makes me want to keep getting back at it, keep progressing at it, So the general advice that the doctor can give to a patient that's come in with an injury usually is just rest. I think rest is a good advice, but if that's the only advice that they get, I think it will have a long-term detrimental effect, because if you rest too much, what happens is over time, your muscle, it deconditions. So basically your muscle over time will not be able to will decrease its ability to take on load. And over time, if that ability goes down further, but even though your pain gets better and you start to go back to your sport or any activity, the injury will reoccur because the ability of the muscle to take on load has decreased. I think for the long term, if that's the only approach you take, that will lead to more re-injuries to that muscle, So what the client should do to improve themselves, right? I think there's two extremes to it, right? Because you can do too much rest, muscle deconditions, or you push yourself too hard, too quick, and then you have a flare up of the injury. Then you have to rest longer, and then after you rest longer, you get better, and then you go do too hard again, more flare ups, and then so it leads down to the same road of muscle deconditioning. Muscle weakens either way, either extremes. So too much rest or too much load at first can have adverse effects. So the right approach is to have enough. So the middle. So enough rest, enough load. Right. So, but what is the enough load? How to know enough rest? Your body will tell you. Even though you have an injury, for example, if you have a sprain, a strain, or a tendinopathy, if you do any exercise, you will still feel pain, but it should be a tolerable pain if you want to return to activity. And you can push yourself a little bit, but try to not go like full on. For example, a good rule I have, like if I work with a client that have an injury, or let's say a hamstring strain, right? So you probably have a restrictive hinge motion, but you still have some motion in there, right? So we work through that pain-free motion, or a pain that's just 3 on a scale of 0 to 10. So 0 meaning no pain, 10 meaning severe pain. And then you just work through that range and push your barrier a little bit, and then give your body enough rest to then come back again. So it's more the consistency of doing that over time and not going too hard and then too long rest. Again, too hard, too long rest. So enough load, enough rest is the best approach to tackle any client that has that comes in with injuries to the muscle. Progression can be measured by different things. You progress the range first. So if you see that the client improve their range of motion in the muscle that they have injury, I think that's a good indicator of okay, they might be able to do a bit more range, add a little bit more weight. So that's what that's what I look at. If they are improving on the range of motion, then we can increase either reps or weights. So first I would like to go with the reps first. So increase the muscular endurance first, and then build on the strength. Reps is a safer option, and the weights will come. I think more reps also you get better practice for the technique as well. With increasing the weight, I feel that when you increase the weight, your form gets compromised a little bit as well when you're just fresh off the injury and you're working your way up. Increasing the reps will give you that practice to get more correct technique in, and then we focus on the weights. The most important one is patience. So I think the most important, because this one, I love working out, so I want to get back to doing it as fast as possible. But in reality, you have to listen to your body as well. So that's been the most challenging part, is the patience. But you got to be patient and got to trust the process and work through your progressions, keep ticking that check marks that you set for yourself, and then stick by that. Yeah. So have measurable targets throughout the way, and try to beat that, and then allow yourself to get back to doing what you like. Trust the process, and then have measurable targets. Yeah. So that's the three main points that I stick by. Thank you.